Welcome back to the Who's at the Gates podcast. I, of course, am your host, Casey Phoenix, on this lovely Monday night for the show that aired today. And looking forward to discussing this. It's still pretty packed because they did some long scenes today. And I just, as you know, Gators, I can't do the show without the woman who says money is no object, as long as she's being reimbursed for what she spends. You'll get a double order of chicken nuggets, empanadas, and Mountain Dew. Then all paid for by her. The receipt queen herself, the lovely Diana.
I can tell you, hey, actually, I got abducted by aliens. And he'd be like, here's my co-host that's out of this world.
So just so everyone knows, when we were recording yesterday, like right before recording, she's telling me this thing about the reimbursement, and I'm like, I would have so used that, but I already wrote up your introduction for So I was like, okay, I'm definitely using it for the next one. I have to mention this. I'm like, not the double chicken nuggets.
Y'all, if your flight ever gets canceled by Alaska Airlines and you have to stay overnight, they're pretty good about the reimbursement. And if you're annoyed enough, just run the bill up, y'all. Just submit those receipts. Get the double chicken nugget.
All right. Well, yeah. Do you have anything before we start the show?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a promising week for the most part. I mean, there's some scenes that I side-eyed, but I'm like, finally, we're here, right? Like, we're here.
We better be here because like I said last time, this week will be a pivotal week. And it will, I feel it's going to make or break the show for some people who watch the show.
Yeah, I agree.
Just saying. Like, they need to bring it all week long, and we need to see something close to closing out a storyline.
I mean, I'm almost at that point too. Like, I've been watching Recap Auntie. I keep on bringing her up, but she does a good job of basically narrating the show. At this point, I'm like, I'll just give her my money instead of Paramount because this ain't it, y'all. Like, I need someone to die.
Yeah, and like I said before, depending on what happens as time goes on, we might need to redo this podcast. It's all good. So we'll go ahead and jump into it. Let's cover the first scene right quick.
911, what's your emergency?
My boss collapsed. I don't think he's breathing. I'm at the law offices of Bill Hamilton, Esquire, 7201 12th Street, Northwest.
What's your name?
Caroline?
Caroline, I'm sending paramedics to you, but I need you to answer some questions for me.
He's not even supposed to be here. Wake up. Don't die on me.
I just love it when a plan comes together.
Caroline, I need you to stay focused, okay? You said your boss isn't breathing?
No, I don't think he is.
Is he on his back?
Yes.
Gently tilt his head back and watch for chest movement.
Hold on, I'm putting you on speakerphone.
Listen and feel for breathing.
His chest isn't moving.
You'll need to start CPR.
I don't know how.
I'll walk you through it. Caroline, you can do this.
What's first?
Place both palms down in the center of his chest for compressions. These need to be hard and fast.
He's still not breathing.
See, now this is look, Gators, this is what I'm talking about. First of all, Bill is laying in that floor right now fighting for his life, and Caroline is doing the best she can as not just Bill's assistant but as Bill's work wife to bring him back to life. And I mentioned that, wow, Caroline is doing what she can bills in the floor. Darlene happened to be the only person working today. And all that Diana took from my statement was, oh, so Darlene has a job. That's what I got.
Multiple things can be true. Sorry, I'm laughing because maybe I need to take like a first aid course, and I've been meaning to. My city does a pretty decent one. Apparently, it's like really expensive, and I'm like, oh, I should do it, but I have no time. A homegirl did 5 little chest compressions, and she's like, I can't. This is such a serious scene. She's like, oh my God.
I don't know why this. Look, Diana, if you want real medical like stuff, you need to start watching General Hospital.
Listen,
okay,
she couldn't went in for a second round. She just didn't. She's just like, whew, okay. I mean, I am just an assistant. What else can I really do? And I'm not mad at that, considering the BS that Bill puts her through. But I forgot how funny this was, and I just watched it because like, she literally just gave up. Like she's like, I can't.
So are you saying it was intentional?
No, I just think that they're like the writers or the director was just like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, you made an effort. The viewers got it.
They're like, this isn't General Hospital, you're fine.
Yeah, it's just like no need to oversell it. And yes, first thing I did clock was someone is working. Someone in this community is working. And look how calm and collected Darlene was. Didn't go overboard, was very rational despite knowing how this was going to affect her family. She's just like, let me walk you through it.
Yeah, today's episode, and you know what? I might even be tempted to throw in a steal. Today's episode, I will say Darlene was very measured today. So I got to give credit where credit is due. She did that.
She's always like this, but you have people that want to twist the truth.
Lies, and more lies. Always like that.
Yeah, she gave a very interesting antidote about that, which I'm like, yeah, now I can see how things go.
Well, I tell you, let's go ahead and get on to the next scene, which, again, the more that they're bringing Heather into the mix, the more I'm starting to like her. Let's see, this was a pretty good jump too, because that was 51. There we go. Let's go.
I don't know that much about you other than you love my brother.
I love your brother.
I heard your husband died in an accident recently.
Actually, it's been almost a year since Doug died. But I still feel the loss.
I'm sure.
Joey has been my rock. He got me through my worst nightmare. I don't know what I would have done without him.
Wow. Can't imagine losing the person that you're sharing your life with. Tell me about him, about Doug.
He was a renowned cardiac surgeon.
Oh.
And a wonderful father.
Oh, you had children.
And I have twins, a boy and a girl. How about you? Any twins, any kids?
Oh, definitely not. Nah, I just never found the right man. Vanessa, they can't all be dogs, you know?
Oh, but there has to be some long-lost love out there. No? Oh, I don't buy it. There has to be someone pining over my fellow beautiful babe.
No, I got the beauty, so you can't have it all.
Oh, I know. I can set you up. I have access to lots of good men.
Oh, that's really sweet. Thank you. But I have my eye on someone.
It's a secret.
Oh, well, the offer stands if your secret someone doesn't work out.
Thank you. It's amazing that you went from one extreme to the other. From a doctor to Joey.
Joey came along right when I needed his special brand of extreme.
There's more to this scene, but I'm stopping it now because this thing with Andre floating in the mix is really on my mind right now. The more I think about it, the more I'm hoping it is not Andre. And the reason I'm in this energy right now is because I just thought about Leslie and the whole Barbara thing, where it was like, out of all the people that knew Anita in Cabrini Greens in the area, because Anita isn't from Fairmont Crest. Anita's from the projects. So it's like, out of all the people that would have known Anita back at that time, it had to be Leslie's mother, which is kind of a stretch, but I'm like, okay, we can go with that. It's a cute storyline. Now I'm at the crossroads where it's like, out of all the people on planet Earth and out of everyone that Andre could meet as a photographer traveling the world, he had to meet Joey's long lost sister and have some type of tryst with her. I don't want that now. I want Heather. Like, I'm loving her character more and more, but I don't want Andre and Heather as a past thing. That's what's throwing me off right now. That's why I had to stop the scene.
Yeah. Rewatching the scene, actually, now I feel like it's probably less likely for some reason. I don't know. This whole situation just makes me annoyed because I'm just like, really, Vanessa, you couldn't have been smarter about holding your tequila. Like, you're just letting her do whatever. You were so protective over Joey's space, and now here you are, just like, woo, another shot. Yeah, this scene, I don't say it annoyed me, but I was just like, okay, let's get to the point where I was really hoping that Vanessa was gonna, like, pull through and also kind of hide that she's been, that she hasn't been drinking, but no, she's just full on gullible and just like with no care in the world. Just there she is.
Yeah,
just drinking it up.
I don't know fully what Vanessa is doing, and it's just like, she's like, oh, Joey's been my rock, and I'm like, yeah, Joey's the same rock that Doug crashed upon. So it's like, here we are. Why? I want to root for Vanessa regularly so bad. It's just that sometimes I feel like she could be a lot more clever, and especially if this is an industry that you want to be in. Criminals are not the most honest people. So it's like,
yes, I think that's what's annoying me, but I can't like really verbalize it. It's just like, you think you're so smart and you basically begged this man to be with you and that you can hold your own, but clearly that's not true. And like, even like, he told her like, hey, be careful, and she's just like, whatever.
Now what I will say is that low key, what storyline I would hope they go with is that she has a few bad experiences with Heather and some other interactions with people who deal with Joey, and then that turns her into more of a like hardcore, because that's what happened in Queen of the South, where old girl was really, really soft at first because she had, been kidnapped and trafficked, whatever, or they tried to. And then as time went on, she became like more cold. And, she built her empire and did this stuff. For those who have not seen Queen of the South, I didn't know anything about it until like 5 years after it finished airing. One of my god sisters told me, she's like, oh, you got to watch Queen of the South. And then finally I sat down and watched it. I was like, oh, the show is on point. So if you haven't seen Queen of the South, check out the show. It's a really good show. But yeah, I kind of hope Vanessa jumps into that energy where she has those bad experiences with people in Joey's orbit. And then that finally just changes her whole demeanor, where she doesn't play games with people anymore. And where Vanessa becomes kind of scary. And it would be so awesome if she became even more scary than Joey. That's a storyline I could run with. But that's just me. Let me see. What? Oh, okay. This is so funny. Let me get to this. Oh, goodness. Fine, we'll go here.
Your dad's in surgery. That's all I know right now.
Carolina, what happened to Bill, honey?
He collapsed at the office. I was so scared. He wasn't breathing, so I called 911 and I tried to do CPR as best as I.
Good. We're grateful for you and everything you did, Caroline.
Well, I'm just glad that he wasn't alone. But now that you all are here, I should head back to work. So
You don't want to take the rest of the day?
I would, but we have a client management plan in place for Bill's trip. We'll need to come up with a new one while he's at the hospital.
His trip? What trip?
He was supposed to fly to St. Bart's with Hayley today. He only came by the office for last-minute files.
Thank you, honey. Naomi, did you know about this getaway?
No, not at all.
How's Bill?
In surgery as we speak.
Is there any more information you can give us?
My husband! Where's my husband? I demand to know his condition right now!
Okay, take a deep breath. We're gonna go.
No, I will turn this place out. Tell me where he is. I want to see him immediately.
I'm sorry, you can't see Mr. Hamilton.
Wait, are you saying
He's in surgery, Hayley.
surgery? For what? What happened? And who's operating on him? I only want the best doctors taking care of Bill. I need to see him. Take me to him right now, please.
Hayley, you need to collect yourself. Your behavior is unacceptable.
Who the hell do you think you're talking to? You don't belong here, Dani. Step off!
How about I step to you and show you exactly who I am?
I love a little bit of hospital drama from time to time. This scene was so funny to me with Hayley's entrance, because I'm just like, she is acting. It's funny with roles like this, you have to do double acting, because you have to act the role, but then you have to, for your character, you have to pretend in that role too. And it's so clear that she's just being over dramatic. And I was just like, I need somebody to call out her fakeness, which I'm surprised Shanice didn't, or Ashley, because that happened last time when Bill was in the hospital, where Hayley came over and said some words, and then when Hayley walked off, they were like, that is so fake. She's so fake. And it would have been nice if she would have been called out again by Shanice and Ashley on the side on this, and maybe they will. And also Shanice is back. That was actually in the comments yesterday or over the weekend, where someone was like, we haven't seen Shanice in forever. I was like, oh, Shanice will probably, it would surprise me if she's not in an episode this week, especially with all the hospital taking up the bandwidth this week with Bill and everything. So I was right. Yes. Dani and Hayley, this round and round is the usual. Dani, you got it. Oh, and yes. I was going to say one final thing as well. My main takeaway from this was that Caroline was working. That was my main takeaway from this. Caroline has a job.
Caroline does have a job. We've seen her there, not some fake, oh, I have a student to help. Okay, it's just, we know she has a job. Thank you. The women here are working except for Naomi.
Wow.
I'm just saying. What? You brought up a good point about how, like, the role like this with Hayley, like, she's doing double the acting, right? And I agree. I think she, like, cried for 10 seconds, and then she's just like, who's operating him? Like, I don't
know. You're fading just a little bit.
With yours? Turned off. Her beef with Dani? I don't. That's not. That's not. The Hayley and wait. What's her real name? Or her. Like what does
Oh,
Randy calls her? What is her name?
oh, I don't.
I can't remember what her government name is. I'll look it up. But
calls her cuz usually.
yeah. So cuz um she does not like Dani because and it's like with good measure too, right? Because Dani is actively stopping her from getting the bag, right? Like she is the enemy here. So like this hatred of her, like that's not her acting like Bill's my man. That's her saying that's my money.
That partially true. Because don't forget, there's still ego in this where she is jealous of Dani that Bill is still hung up on because she knows Bill is still hung up on Dani. And that goes back to what I was talking about before, where she's like, I'm the younger one, I'm the hotter one. Why is he still hung up on her? The bag is connected to that, but it's also like she's almost insulted that Bill would still want Dani or even consider entertaining Dani over her. So yeah, that's kind of what I noticed with that whole dynamic.
Yeah, her name's Val. I guess that's her alias.
Val. I don't remember him calling her that, but okay.
I do remember her Val, yeah. I remember that, but Roberta? This says here on the wiki, Roberta or Val. I don't remember Roberta, but I do remember Val.
Yeah, nah, that don't Roberta. That sound like a lady taking tickets at the movie theater. No, I'll go with Val. Let me see. Okay, the next one. Oh yeah, another Dani versus Hayley. Okay, so just 1 second. 2858. Close enough.
You have something to say it.
Dr. Roberts to bed 391.
Why are you even here? Because somebody needs to make sure that Bill gets the care that he needs. From what I heard, you didn't even bother to stick around the hospital the last time he was here. Bill checked himself out against medical advice, and instead of getting him to a doctor, you booked a trip out of the country.
Ramp and quick. Lead the way.
Everyone would
Take Dani to Nicole's office.
All
right, I'll send security to open the door.
What goes on behind closed doors?
I disagree, especially when your actions affect my daughter.
Okay, you've had that same song on repeat for over a year now. It's time to move on to a new track.
That's enough.
Tell that to your daughter. She thinks she can insert herself into my marriage and tell me how to behave. You're the old wife, Dani. Bill tossed you aside with good reason. Take the hit. Get your new life and stay the hell out of Bill's once and for all.
You are a scheming, conniving snake of a woman who fancies herself a worthy successor to me. You will never be Dani Dupree. You will never replace me in Bill's heart. And I will always be here for my husband.
Yeah, Dani, we were rooting for you. We really were. But if you want to stay with that toxic man, sis, go off. Dani, you got it.
Yeah, it's like I told you before. I think this was all AI. This hurt my heart because I was so team Dani in the beginning. You weren't. You were like, she can't move on, and now you're low-key kind of proving yourself right here again. I just like have some self-respect. I just can't see anybody who would. I feel like people could simply, relate to her, maybe, been in her situation, but this is not a good look. I just anywhere you see it, it's just, I don't know. I don't want to be too harsh because I feel like a lot of people can relate to her, and I don't want to be too harsh about it. But it's just like walk away. That's not, he cheated on you so many times. Like, have some self-respect.
Yeah, well, it isn't a thing of walking away. It's run. It is, like I said, and yeah, in the beginning, because I was just like, oh my God, Dani, like, girl, what are we doing here? And then finally, she starts to move on. She gets with Andre unexpectedly, but it still worked. You know, it's still a good connection. Actually, it's a great connection, especially on his end. And I'm just like, why are we here? And I understand he's the father of your children. That's what I get. And maybe that's why she doesn't want him to die. But yeah, she needs to, talking about therapy. This is where I'm like, okay, lady, clearly reflection has not done anything for you. It's time to talk to a professional and not your sister. Because, yeah, we need to get somebody else. That's where I'm at on this. Because if this continues, it's like, and I'm so glad Andre, because I was wondering when they were showing this for next week, last week for this week. And as soon as I saw my Andre's not around, and now we know he's on a photo shoot. But it's just like when he comes back to this and basically observing his wife all up in Bill's grill or whatever, it's just kind of like, what are you doing, lady? But yeah.
Yeah, he seems to always be away when something's happening. Like, why is he like, I guess he has a job too.
Diana is really highlighting everyone's employment history on this one. My goodness. You had faded a little bit on your sound. I don't know if that's you or me.
I think that's me.
Okay.
I think I've been having problems, which is unfortunate. But here we are with at this bird convention.
Technology that just doesn't technology. And I go through the same thing. That's why I have to have two connections for internet, because both of them are trash. But it is what it is. Yeah, I'm just like, Dani, get a grip. That's all I have to say. Let's go to the next one with Izaiah and Eva. And yeah, actually, this kind of goes into the next one. So let's let it happen.
I'm so sorry for walking out earlier. Do over?
Where'd you go?
To see a wise woman who made me realize something. Your scar, at least the one we can see, may not be the whole issue. Any truth to that?
Possibly. Yeah. Look, I've been in my feelings lately about a lot of different things, and I guess I could have handled my issues better. I'm sorry.
I can see you're doing the best you can.
Like, I keep trying to shrug it off, but this scar is a big deal for me, Izaiah. Like, it's changed the look of my body. I've been a crop top queen since forever. I've never been insecure about my looks, but this, like, it's changing the way I dress. It's changing me.
Tell me.
When you touch me, every time we start to get close, like, I can't stop wondering what it is you're seeing, like, and how different I must look to you now.
But that's what I've been trying to say, baby. You're not different, not to me.
But in my experience, when things change, that's when the other person does too. And then happily ever after goes poof. It happened to my mom. Who's to say it won't happen to me?
Eva,
What keeps pinballing through my brain is when Mama told my dad she was pregnant with me. He not only ended their relationship, but he dismissed her. He left her in complete exile.
they're not us.
No, they're not, but you have scars of your own that you dealt with by running away from your family.
That's completely different.
How? What would make me think that you won't react the same way with me?
You jumped to conclusions when we first linked up, and you're jumping to conclusions now. You remember what I told you then? Stop searching for reasons to slow the good. Lean in, feel it out, and enjoy it. You don't have to guard your heart from me, Eva. You have mine too.
Diana, I know you're ready. Go ahead and whack her.
So no therapy? No. We're just all gonna suffer until the end of time because you're like this? Okay, great. I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, you played that scene like 2 to 3 minutes too long. That was just so excruciating.
Had to get everything
Where do I
in.
even begin? Where do I even begin with the top crop queen?
Top crop.
Whatever she called herself. This whole thing is so baffling to me because it's like, okay, so we have a pretty big week coming up, y'all. Bill is finally going to the hospital again, and Heather's gonna show up. But like, how else do we fill out these episodes? Like, what can we do? And someone's like, Eva can feel bad about herself, and it's just like, why? We don't need this. I would have rather had. We could have just sat in silence. I think we could have just, the screen could have, turned black, and we could have just sat there reflecting on what the previous scenes that had happened. What do you think?
Okay, so let me go ahead and say that I am glad they did not drag this out. So that's the first thing, because it looked like they were about to drag this out, but they didn't do that. Also, I will say this, and listeners, my gators, I'm about to cuss. If Eva would have lost Izaiah over this bullshit, she would have deserved to be alone. And I'll be the first to say that. Like, this man is telling you, don't worry about it. Like, he still wants to be with you. He still loves you, so on and so forth. Like, you're still hung up on, oh, well, it happened to my mother. And it's like, girl, you, first of all, that situation with Ted and Leslie is like apples and oranges, night and day. Totally different situations. How you are conflating those situations, I have no idea. But fine, let's just move past that. The biggest takeaway from this for me is that if you don't want therapy, you need to get an Izaiah for a boyfriend. That was my biggest takeaway. Because
is that a threat?
I'm just saying, you don't want therapy, get Izaiah for a boyfriend. Because Izaiah was able to heal Eva. No therapist needed. He was just
his mother was able to heal Eva.
His mother offered a little bit of guidance, so we'll give her some credit.
His mom was like, you know how you felt victimized throughout your childhood, but you were actually part of the problem, and like you acted out because you didn't realize you were the problem. That's how she is. And he's like, dang, you're right. Oh my God, how did I miss that? Let me go. Thanks, Mom. So that
AI version of this show were you watching? Because all I remember is Darlene saying, you've been such an amazing boyfriend to Eva. It's not like you to run away from the woman that you love. You've always went hard for those that you love. And maybe you need to take a look at what's going on, because I want you and Eva to be together, because you two make a great couple, probably one of the best couples on the show, if we're being honest. And then Izaiah was like, well,
what show did you watch?
You're saying. I see what you're saying, Mom. Let me go back and support the woman I love. And then that's when Izaiah went and he healed Eva. It was like, you don't need therapy, baby. All you need is me. And Eva was like, you're right, baby. Let's just, all right. I'm back to normal now. Glory be. Happy ending. I love it. Wrapped it up. One episode.
That definitely didn't happen, because I would have turned this shit off. I would have just walked away, because I'm just like, why did you waste my time with this? And glad you brought up what I tweeted and what I told you before the show. You, Eva, saying like, well, my mom went through this. No. Your mother had an affair. Your dad did not want you. There's a difference. That man didn't want to ruin his life. I'm sorry, he didn't know you at the time, but he was just being a man. He didn't want to ruin his life. He wanted to keep his family life intact. He just wanted to get rid of you. It's not because of change. He just never loved your mom. Like, that was like the most delusional thing she could have said. And that's the thing. I have a lot of, I can relate. Irrational fears are just that. They're irrational, like it doesn't matter. You can't explain it. Her, Izaiah wasn't like really understanding her, and I've been in that kind of situation. It's just like, you can't it's just like, it's just something in your head, right? And it just doesn't go away. I can relate to that. I was actually like, okay, you know what? I've been in her situation before. Especially with body image and stuff, just like women and men alike deal with it. Obviously, women a lot more, or just forever, just since the beginning of time. And so, I was like, okay, listen, if we're gonna wrap this up, and if this is gonna lead her to therapy, great. But her being like, well, my mom suffered through it. No, your mom had an affair with a known man that she knew was married, and he realized that his life was going to get messed up, and he's just like, I can't do it. This was just, I never loved you. I just really, I just wanted to play around while my wife was suffering through the worst moments of her life. I needed some me time. How this relates to body image and her scar, no idea. Or what she said was, change is bad and it brings bad things. And you know me. Oh my, you know me, Casey. You know that I think change is a terrible thing. And even I was like, girl, this is not that. I'm number one, but like, you tell me change is bad, I'd be like, I agree. You give me a car that says change, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. But this, just ridiculous. This is probably number 2 most ridiculous thing, most irrational thing that you just can't explain, which is, I'm sorry, your dad wanted to get rid of you. That doesn't mean that change is bad. It's just that you were just going to mess up his life, and he never loved your mom. It's not that that's change. It's just the way things are. I
Well,
mean, good for them to not go to therapy, but when this happens again, I'm just like, that's also the most ridiculous part. I like, why is she so opposed to it? And I know we've talked about it again, but it's just, before, but for all the PSAs the show has about things, like, I feel like we got a PSA on how to do first aid in the beginning of the show. But God forbid this girl goes to therapy to sort out her issues, and it's like, no, we can't have that.
well, the Izaiah healing her thing, I was joking. I still believe she might end up going to therapy. I do believe that. Like it just may be a thing of now that he's convinced her, like, oh, it's not, it isn't, you're okay. I still love you, so on and so forth. She might, for her internally as a character, I'm talking about her character. For her internally, she might be like, you know what? He's really made me see that it's okay, but I still want to be a better woman for him. So let me go to therapy and make sure I have this worked out so we can move forward in our relationship on a very solid foundation. I could see that being the case. I just have fun saying that Izaiah healed her without the therapy.
He put, like, at best, and this is where I'll meet you halfway, is he put a Band-Aid on something. Okay. And, the Band-Aid is on a burst pipe that's over 100 years old, and it's rusted over, but, he put a Band-Aid on it, so maybe that leak might stop.
Wow. On that note, speaking of Band-Aids and putting a Band-Aid on something, let's go to this scene because
we still have one more.
Oh, this is something that, Band-Aid won't fix this.
Drink up.
Do you object to me hanging out with your sister?
It makes me uncomfortable.
Oh. You're afraid she'll tell me all your secrets.
Tread carefully, Vanessa. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. My sister always has an agenda.
Damn, I am good.
Yeah. So I told you I'm warming up to Heather. I am warming up to her, and I'm ready to see what she's up to. But dear Lord, please don't let her be the one Andre has been ducking, because I'm just gonna be like, really? This is where we're going with this? Hopefully she was lying to Vanessa about that special someone that she kind of had her eye on and stuff. So.
My hope for her is that they write her as a capable villain, because it's no small feat that she managed to get, like, what was it, the cameras or the power cut off at his casino.
Yeah, definitely. When that was going on, I'm like, oh, as soon as Joey had said that, before Heather even showed up in the scene, I was like, that's probably Heather doing something. And sure enough, there she is.
Right. So. Or, she's good at evading. Obviously, I mean, Joey's employees aren't the best. So I think a 5-year-old could probably escape their watch. But, it's just like she managed to sneak out, right? She's smart. So I'm hoping that it's not something idiotic, right? That she gets caught, or again, if she's smart, write her as smart. If she's conniving, write her as conniving. Don't underplay her or just make her a serious threat. And that's just overall for the writing, just because, we've had a few villains on the show and only one of them, I think, they just went like 100, like, you know, full stop on. They just like the works, and that was Allison, because you have Joey here, who is evil, and you know, here he is like just petting Vanessa's hair, being like, just watch out for her, making us think that we should side with Joey, right? Or you have Leslie and Eva, who committed murder, and they're just out here getting, you know, sympathetic storylines.
Attempted. Laura is still alive, everyone. It was attempted. Leslie did not finish the job. She is alive and well. She has been compensated with a lovely necklace. Laura is alive.
Not the necklace. What else? Who else? You know, technically Bill is a villain. I mean, I think he's more gray area. I mean, he just, all he did was cheat, I guess. I don't know what all he did.
No, Bill has done some stuff too. He's the one who cleaned up that Martin murder. Now that was a murder.
Right. That's right.
Well, now that man did not live. He's not around walking, and he did not receive a necklace for compensation. So if we say that Martin's a murderer, that would be true.
That would be true. Yeah, I mean, he deserves all the smoke for how he behaves and overreacts. So, and now look at where that got you.
Yeah, I tell you, today was good. It was good today. I enjoyed today's episode. I'm ready to see what's happening tomorrow, because which we didn't play it as we're closing out. We didn't play it, but Hayley did say to Shanice that she does not want Dani to have access to Bill whatsoever. So Dani can't go check on Bill or do anything.
Which is fine. I forgot to mention, my dad, so he got ablations. My dad had like 4 or 5 of them. And I'm just like, okay, so he's going to be walking tomorrow? Because my dad was fine.
My goodness.
He's just like, there's just a lot of blood and it feels cold. I think that's what he told me. But this was like a few years back. So I'm just like, so is it serious? Or I'm like, should I be more concerned for my dad? Like, what's happening here?
Goodness. Well, Bill better not be walking this week, because I'm gonna be like, okay, now wait a minute.
I think. Oh yeah, sorry, I cut you off.
No, yeah, I was gonna say we need some answers. Madison needs to fly back because apparently she was heading to Denmark or something, and it's like, no, Madison, turn around. We need you to get this research in so we can figure out what's happening to Bill.
Yeah, I mean, I bring this up because, again, the procedure, the limited knowledge I have of it, I'm just like, he's going to be awake, I think. I don't think this is going to be a thing of, like, you know, when Laura spent all those days in the hospital unconscious, right? Like, Bill is going to be up, and if he hears that Hayley banned Dani, I just wonder if he's going to be like, who are you to say that?
Yeah, I'm ready to see, you know. But Gators, we had a lovely time covering this. Hopefully you had a lovely time with us. And again, we appreciate the support. Thank you so much. We have a goal right now of 1,000 subscribers. So tell a friend, tell some family, tell everyone to come on over to the hub for the Beyond the Gates coverage and subscribe. That would be so awesome. And thank you again for the comments. We love, oh yeah, Diana, somebody left a comment for you too in the recent video.
Oh, I need to look at it.
Yeah, pretty sure it was in a recent video. But we love the comment section. We enjoy interacting with all of you. So thank you so much for that. And yeah, that's all we have. Thursday will be interesting because we have to figure out how we're going to record Thursday's episode. So I'll talk to Diana about that after we wrap up.
Great.
So yeah, thank you everyone. Until next time.
Bye.